Explaining difficult topics like genocides and wars to children requires a lot of sensitivity and adaptation based on their age and emotional maturity. Here are some tips on how to do it. Adapt the conversation to their age. For younger children, around 4 to 7 years old, they don't yet have the ability to understand complex events. Use simple and reassuring terms. For example, you could say, "Sometimes people argue very strongly and it can make others sad. What's happening is very sad." For older children, from 8 to 12 years old, they are more curious and can understand more abstract concepts, but they still need to be protected from excessive violence. For teenagers, 13 years and older, they can handle more complex information. You can go into more detail, discussing the historical, political, or social causes, while emphasizing the importance of justice, peace, solidarity, and compassion. Encourage discussion and ask them how they think or feel about it. Encourage emotional expression. Children may feel scared, sad, or confused. Encourage them to express their feelings. You can ask, "How do you feel after hearing that?" Or, "Does it make you feel scared?" Active listening is essential to provide them with emotional security. Promote compassion and positive action. Encourage them to understand that despite difficult times, it's important to remain compassionate. You could suggest ways to help, even in small ways, like donating clothes or toys to charitable organizations. This can help them feel less powerless in the face of events. On the other hand, it's important to prepare children to face the reality of a world where brute force, money, and power often seem to dominate. Teaching them an honest view of the world while equipping them with tools to navigate it is essential. However, it's possible to balance honesty with hope by explaining the world in a pragmatic way, avoiding unrealistic ideals while offering them strong values for success. Here's a more realistic yet nuanced approach. Be honest about power dynamics. It's true that in the world, those with power, whether financial, physical, or intellectual, often have more opportunities and influence. Explain this reality clearly. Financial power. People with more money often have access to better opportunities, like education, healthcare, and social networks, which allows them to make decisions that affect others. It's important for children to understand that money can provide advantages in society. Physical and mental strength. The ability to defend oneself, fight for what one wants, and be mentally resilient is crucial in life. Those with this strength are more likely to succeed in a competitive world. This helps them understand the true workings of the world without being deceived. However, they should also learn that brute force is not the only path. Teach adaptation rather than resignation. It's important not to let them believe that the world is fatalistic, where only the powerful dominate. Instead of telling them they have to accept these dynamics, show them how to adapt and thrive within the system. For example, know how to use the system to their advantage. Encourage them to understand how the real world works, gain useful skills, make allies, and learn how to navigate power networks without being crushed by them. Develop their own personal power. Encourage them to accumulate knowledge, skills, and financial resources if possible. Show them that these strengths protect them, and allow them not to rely solely on the kindness of others. Explain the realities of success. Be honest that success often requires a mix of skill, opportunity, and sometimes luck. It means that to succeed, being kind or moral is not enough. Talk to them about the importance of hard work. Nothing is given for free. Work and discipline are essential elements of success. Networks and relationships. The world often operates based on who you know as much as what you know. Learning to build networks is crucial. Adaptability. Those who succeed are often those who can adapt to difficult circumstances and seize opportunities when they arise. Show the diversity of success. Even in a world that seems dominated by the strong, there are different ways to succeed. Not everyone follows the same path. Financial success. Some people accumulate wealth, and this is one form of success. Show children that it is possible to succeed financially without sacrificing other forms of strength. Personal and social success. Others build a life rich in human relationships, personal satisfaction, or social engagement, and these are also forms of success. Inner strength and personal peace can be just as rewarding as money. Ethical success. Explain that even in a tough world, some people choose to remain true to their values, and there is power in integrity and ethics. Although this path can be harder, it's possible to succeed while staying true to one's principles. Avoid idealizing destructive forces. Even when being realistic, it's important not to promote destructive behavior or irresponsible use of force. Explain to children that people who use their power to crush others or act unscrupulously may win in the short term, but this often leads to conflicts, opposition, or even their own downfall. Show historical or current examples of leaders or powerful people who abused their strength and lost their influence or status because of their destructive choices. Explain that force used wisely is the one that lasts the longest. True power combines strength and long-term strategy, respecting certain social and ethical rules. Teach self-mastery as a form of strength. A crucial part of realistic teaching is showing that physical and financial strength isn't always synonymous with ultimate power. Teach your children that self-control, self-discipline, and the ability to think strategically are essential forms of strength in a complex world. Mental and emotional strength. Controlling emotions, thinking under pressure, and making rational decisions are forms of strength more powerful than the impulse of physical force or money. Teach them to navigate the gray areas. The real world isn't simply black and white, and there are often compromises to be made. Teach them that in life, they need to know when to be flexible and when to stand firm on their principles. This doesn't mean betraying their values, but being smart enough to navigate a complex world. Explain that some choices aren't perfect, but they should aim for what allows them to progress while maintaining some personal integrity. Conclusion. When discussing current events like the wars filling the media, honesty with children is crucial, but it should be paired with practical tools to help them adapt to the real world. Instead of trapping them in unrealistic ideals or exposing them brutally to the harshness of the world, you can give them a nuanced and pragmatic vision. Show them that strength, whether physical, mental, or financial, is important, but it must be used intelligently and with integrity to protect themselves and lead to lasting success.